Before we begin, we would like to acknowledge the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nations as the traditional owners of the unceded land on which we meet today, and respectfully recognise elders past, present and future. So the Kostka Building is a new teaching and learning building for 500 students in Year 7 and 8, named in memory of the recently closed Bayside campus, Kostka Hall. With the building accommodating students at an important transition from primary to secondary school, we were especially interested in creating not just a great place of learning, but a building that would nurture students and support diversity and inclusion. It would encourage belonging, connection and well-being and allow students to be young and playful. The result is a layered and richly programmed project and designed to be experienced and discovered gradually. It's overlaid with opportunities for learning, for movement and for sparking dormant interest in students at this critical point in their education journey. We looked at how the architecture could support a variety of spatial and programmatic experiences, such as prospect and refuge, compression and release, lightness and darkness, seriousness and playfulness, movement and repose. The building is embedded in the steep topography of the site, and we saw the project as offering a rare opportunity to solve campus-wise intractable accessibility issues. But of course, this building's ability to support connection is so much more than geographical. Primarily for middle school students, it was important that the building welcomed students of all year levels and allowing them to rub shoulders. So the older and younger students came through the building and enabled them to establish caring and mentoring relationships between them. As a connector, the key organising device for the project was an inviting multi-storey learning street, which is embedded in the landscape, linking the historic campus core at the east to the sports precinct at the west.
Hugging the southern side of the building, the learning street blurs the relationship between inside and outside, with teaching and learning on display to those outside and the remarkable campus grounds with its iconic chapel and famous pictures brought into the building. The learning street is a hard-wearing space of brick and bluestone, referencing historic materials of the campus, the bluestone base of the chapel and the rich dark bricks and burgundy features of the campus core. While the learning street supports spaces for students to come together in large groups, we also saw it as an opportunity to support diverse sensory and learning needs. Inhabitable brick facade elements that reference geological formations of the Greater Melbourne region emerge from the landscape, creating a programmed facade. These geological shapes provide nooks and ledges for small gatherings, solo studying, presentations and exhibitions along the length of this learning street. The learning street is anchored by two key gathering spaces, a library at the top and a small chapel at the bottom, embedded in the topography. These two spaces are notable for their arced sawtooth forms, referencing the 12-sided dodecagon chapel at the heart of the closed Bayside campus. We went further to try and capture the memory of that campus in this building. The treasured Alan Sumner stained glass from the Kostka Hall chapel encircles the new chapel, an illuminated crown. We were interested in exploring the feelings of compression and release. The chapel is accessed by a dark vestibule that can be completely separated from the main chapel space by a thick acoustic curtain. The floor of the chapel itself is sunken to increase the height of the space while creating a more intimate and democratic experience. Rich olive green tones have been used in the carpet and upholstery of the window seats, which are suspended in the facade to further enhance the intimacy of the space and to provide an alternative mode of seating. The circular ceiling is painted gold, which enhances the effect of light in this space, drawing attention to the changing light quality through the day and the wonderful coloured light effect of the suspended stained glass. The gold ceiling is echoed in rich fabric of the chapel seating. The library, overlooking the Oval and City Beyond, acts as a dedicated middle years learning environment, seating nooks provide comfortable small spaces to study with direct connection to the landscape. And it's a multifunctional space that can be recalibrated to support events that spill out into the landscape.
A shared specialist hub is nestled in the crook of the site, and this contains a science lab, makerspace and art room, arranged around a digitally enabled breakout space for collaboration, showcasing and learning. A covered learning courtyard brings light into these spaces while offering all-weather learning in the landscape. The building's 20 general-purpose classrooms are arranged in 4 learning neighbourhoods that connect directly to the learning street. The classrooms are the perfect size of 8 by 8 square metres with flexible furniture, allowing teachers to rearrange the rooms to suit the subject and also their own teaching styles. The classrooms are connected to shared breakout spaces that support individual and group collaboration. Where most buildings for Year 7 and 8 are stacked horizontally with 1 year level per floor, we've vertically stacked our year level neighbourhoods to encourage cross-pollination, and at the same time we wanted to enhance social connection within each year level, creating what we called neighbourhood stairs. These coloured stairs puncture the south facade, giving each year group an identity even from outside. This view shows the connection between 2 Year 7 levels, seen from the learning stairs, and these are the views from the stair out to the campus beyond. While the base of the building is heavy, the main structure of the building is mass timber, which was selected for several reasons. Of course, sustainability, speed, and robustness. But we loved that the structure could be expressed and worked with the concept of building as third teacher. And perhaps most importantly, with its natural smell and exposed grain, timber is known to improve mental and physical health and of course has positive impacts on learning outcomes.
The notion of well-being underpinned our interior colour selection. Research shows that greys can cause listlessness, so we looked to colours that were uplifting yet comforting. The colours were drawn from local native flora, gradients of greens, rusty oranges and purples. The design emerged as COVID subsided and kids returned to the classroom. Furniture selection was extremely important and the college was keen to ensure that children felt comfortable and at home in their new space. Geometries and modular furniture recalled the architecture. Flexibility and robustness was key. The carpet design is a super-scaled tartan, blending spaces to imply connectivity as well as to create discrete zones. We created movement paths through the carpet pattern, helping students differentiate between flow spaces and spaces to pause. The building has become, 10 seconds, a new home on the campus, with teachers and students alike reporting a feeling of connection, wellbeing and belonging. It marks the start of an exciting new chapter of the college.